Now let's see the closed loop control system. See the control system in which the output has an effect upon the input quantity in order to maintain the desired output value. That means which is opposite to the input. Which is opposite to the open loop. In the open loop, we don't have automatic correction or automatic control on the output. But in the closed loop control system, we have that automatic correction, or we can control the output automatically when we have any disturbances occurred due to the external disturbances or external signals. So this automatic control system is also called as closed loop control system, right? So the closed loop control systems are also called as automatic control systems, where the output, you can see here, this output automatically controlled. So the unwanted signals that are happened, that are occurred in this output due to the external disturbances, that can be automatically corrected in the closed loop control system. That will be done by this feedback loop. You can see a feedback loop is connected here, where that feedback path is absent in the open loop control system. So because of this feedback, you can see the arrow directions here. We are starting from this point. Now you can see the arrow direction is like this, and it is coming back like this. So you can see it is forming a closed loop. So this closed loop is forming because of this feedback. You can see here. So that's why the name of this control system is called as closed loop control system, or we can say automatic control system, because the output signal is automatically corrected because of this feedback loop. Okay. For better understanding, a general example I want to give you. Let us take AC. We know how the AC will function, right? Here the output is desired output. We will keep AC temperature as, let us say, I want to maintain my room temperature as 20 degrees centigrade. When we turn on AC, the room temperature will be around 30 degrees or 32 degrees, like that. But my desired output temperature is 20 degrees. So 20 degrees is my desired output. But at present, the room temperature is 32. So what will AC do? This feedback element, generally a temperature sensor in the AC. So this temperature sensor will sense the room temperature. It is 32 degree. And but what is our reference input or the desired output? We need to achieve 20 degrees. So here at this point, this summer will generate the error signal here. Actual temperature is 32 degree, but the reference temperature given as 20 degree. So 12 degree error is there. So that will be sensed by this feedback or the error sensor or the temperature sensor. So accordingly, the AC will work. This is the complete AC internal operation system. So this internal operation system will turn on the condenser so that the AC will give more cooling to the room in order to reduce the difference between the set value 20 degrees temperature and actual room temperature, which is 32. So for the time being, based on the performance of the AC, after few minutes, the room will comes to 20 degrees temperature. So our desired value is 20 degrees. Now the room temperature comes to 20 only. Then the condenser stops working. Only AC fan will run at that particular time. because the room temperature is 20 degrees and the desired output is 20. So the output is the desired output is achieved. Now the condenser stops working. Again, after some time, due to the external disturbances means the circumstances. In the morning, generally the outside temperature of the room is very high. Generally, it is around 40 degrees. That will affect the room temperature also. After some time, the room temperature starts rising. 21, 22, 23, 24, like that. That is because of the external disturbances. Because the outside room temperature is high, so automatically the air circulate from one place to one place, which also carries the temperature. The air will have some temperature, right? So definitely the room temperature will be affected due to this external disturbance. Okay, so obviously what will happen? The room temperature will start, right? It will go 22, 23, 24. Excuse me. But what is our desired output? Desired output is 20 degree only. Now the room temperature is slowly increasing to 22, 23, 24. And again, this feedback loop will sense that room temperature again. Now the room temperature is increasing. Here an error will be produced because the desired output is 20, but the room temperature is 24 now. So the error will be produced as 4 degrees here, which will be processed through the AC. Again, the condenser starts. It will now the condenser will start and it will cool down the room. And again the room temperature comes down to 24 to 20 again, then the condenser will stop working, then only AC fan will work. This is how the AC will work automatically. When the condenser is on, then the power consumption of that AC is very high. If the condenser is off, then the power consumption of AC is very low because only a fan is working, which is around 50 watt to 100 watt fan. When the condenser is on, then based on the AC, 1 ton AC, 1.5 ton AC or 2 ton AC, based on the number of turns of that AC. So because of the power of that AC based on this turn, when the condenser is on, then it will take high amount of power. Otherwise, it will work with low amount of power only. This is how the closed loop or the automatic control system will work. AC is the best, one of the best example. So I think you understood this difference between open loop and closed loop. What is the effect of when this feedback is used? How the output is corrected automatically. So how the output is corrected automatically in the closed loop control system. But that cannot be happened in open loop control system. This open loop control system doesn't have any control over the output voltage that is happened due to the external disturbances. Right? So this is about open loop and closed loop control systems and basic functioning difference between open loop and closed loop control system. However, these two systems will have a few advantages and disadvantages with respect to their operation, with respect to their construction, with respect to all the elements that will happen. Okay. Now, look at the advantages of open loop control systems here. The open loop control systems are very simple and economical. You can see the construction there. We have seen a simple block. See, having a simple input and output, that's it, a simple block. So it is very simple and economical because the number of elements are very less in open loop control system, so which is very economical. And the open loop control systems are easier to construct. That is because of less number of components or less number of elements present in that control system. So that is the second advantage. And coming to the third advantage, open loop systems are very stable when compared with the closed loop systems. So this stability, the details of the stability we can see in second and third unit. Okay. So that stability of the control system is more in open loop control system when compared with the closed loop control system. So these are the major advantages of open loop system. Coming to the disadvantages of open loop systems, the open loop system output response is inaccurate and unreliable. This is due to the absence of feedback element. We cannot control the output voltage because of the external disturbances, right? So because of the external disturbances, we cannot have the control on the output voltage particularly. So the output voltage desired value may be deviated, which we cannot control. So the output will be inaccurate and unreliable. So that is the major disadvantage. And the second one, the changes in the output that will happen due to the external disturbances are not corrected automatically because there is no feedback element in order to correct the output response, right? So that is also one of the disadvantage. And coming to the advantage of closed loop systems, the closed loop systems are accurate because we have control over the external disturbances. So the output can be very accurate and reliable. And the closed loop systems are even accurate when there is the presence of non-linearities. So we will discuss the non-linearities and external disturbances later. So because of the non-linearities, the output may get affected highly. However, the closed loop control systems can achieve accuracy even in the presence of non-linearities. This is also one of the advantage. And third one, the sensitivity of the system may be made small to make the system more stable. Generally, in the open loop control systems, we have discussed that the open loop control systems are stable comparatively closed loop systems. So closed loop systems, we need to make these closed loop systems stable. So how these can be made stable means the sensitivity making it as small means making the sensitivity very small, we can achieve the stability of the closed loop control system. This is one way to bring the closed loop control system stable. And next one, the closed loop control systems are less affected by the noise. Noise means external disturbances. Because of the external disturbances, obviously every control system will, every system will get affected. But because of this closed loop system, which is automatically corrected system, the output may affect less because of this automatical correction. So all these are the advantages of closed loop control systems. Now look into it, the disadvantages. The closed loop systems are complex and costly because the closed loop systems having many number of elements. You can see the number of elements is more. So elements are more means which is complex. It will increases the complexity. So we need to purchase more number of elements. That means the cost of the closed loop control system will also increased. That is the difference between fan and AC. No, see the fan cost is around 800 to 1,000 rupees. The AC cost is around 25,000 and more. So this is the difference between open loop and closed loop. The fan is looks like very simple, but coming to AC, the number of components are very high. So it is complex and costly. So that is a major disadvantage. And the feedback in the closed loop system may lead to oscillatory response. Oscillatory response means the output will oscillate. The output response signal will be oscillating between a particular limit, higher and upper and lower limits. So that oscillatory response can be seen in the output signal. That is due to the feedback effect. That is also one of the disadvantage.